I hope that you all know a little about photosynthesis as you have studied and learned in lower standard. Here we are going to discuss about photosynthesis of bacteria, which is little bit different than the photosynthesis which you have seen in the plants. There are several components of bacterial photosynthesis like uh, the whole process of photosynthesis, the components, that is different pigments which take active part in bacterial photosynthesis, then the outcome of photosynthesis, the energy which is invested in photosynthesis, and the organisms which are actively doing this photosynthesis. So let us start now the topic. We are going to discuss something about photosynthesis. This is the outline of our discussion. First of all, we will understand what is photosynthesis. Then after, we will see which are the two different type of reactions found in photosynthesis. Then the pigments which take active part in the photosynthesis. Then photosynthetic bacteria, their classification. And lastly, we will go through the mechanism of photosynthesis. Some organisms capture light energy and convert it into usable energy. And this usable energy form of the cell is ATP and NADPH or NADH. The conversion of light energy into chemical energy by a particular process in living cells is called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is one of the most significant metabolic processes because almost all energy on earth is derived from solar energy. Photosynthetic organisms get ATP and NADPH, that is high energy compounds, to synthesize their organic material required for their growth. These photosynthetic organisms are the base of food chain in the biosphere. Photosynthesis is also very important for biological production of oxygen, which can replace the air with oxygen. Photosynthetic organisms may be prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Almost half of the total photosynthesis is carried out by microorganisms. Net equation of photosynthesis will be like this. Carbon dioxide will bind with water molecules in the presence of light energy, will be converted into glucose, oxygen and water molecule. Photosynthesis is divided into two different reactions, light dependent reaction and dark reaction, which is also called by the name carbon fixation reaction. To understand the functioning of photosynthesis, it is very important to consider first the physical nature of the light. Visible light is the electromagnetic radiation of wavelength from 400 to 700 nanometer roughly. This is a small fraction of electromagnetic spectrum. The energy of a single photon is greater at violet end of light than at the red end of the light. If the wavelength is short, it contains high energy, and if the wavelength is long, it contains less energy. The energy E in a mole of photons of visible light is 170 to 300 kilojoule as given by Planck's constant. The Planck's equation is E is equal to hv, where h is Planck's constant and V is the wavelength of the light. When a photon is absorbed, an electron in the absorbing molecule is lifted to the higher energy level. A molecule that has absorbed a photon is in an excited state, which is generally unstable. An electron lifted into a higher energy orbital usually returns rapidly to its normal lower energy orbital. The excited molecule decays to the stable ground state, giving up the absorbed quantum as light or heat, or using it as chemical work. This is the spectrum of visible light. We can see very clearly that visible light ranges from 400 nanometer to 740 nanometer. This graph shows about absorption of light by different pigments. Here, three different pigments are taken: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and carotenoids. Photosynthetic pigments in bacteria. Now, first of all, what is photosynthetic pigment? It is a pigment that is present in chloroplasts or photosynthetic bacteria and captures the light energy necessary for photosynthesis. The most important light absorbing pigments in bacteria are chlorophylls. They are green pigments with polycyclic planar structures resembling the protoporphyrin of hemoglobin, except that magnesium is present at the place of iron, and it occupies the central position in the chlorophyll molecule. The four internally located nitrogen atoms are linked with magnesium ion, which is also called magnesium porphyrin. It has a long phytol side chain esterified to a carboxyl group substituent in the ring 4. Chlorophyll have a 5-membered ring not present in heme. The heterocyclic 5-ring system that surrounds the magnesium ion has an extended Pauline structure with alternating single and double bonds. Such Paulines characteristically shows strong absorption in the visible region of light. The next point is bacteriochlorophyll. The chlorophyll which is found in photosynthetic bacteria are called bacteriochlorophyll. They are little bit different than the chlorophylls found in the plants. Chlorophyll A is found in purple bacteria, heliobacteria, green sulfur bacteria, and chloroflexus, and also in Chloroacidobacterium thermophilum, whereas chlorophyll B is found in purple bacteria, C is found in green sulfur bacteria, Chloroflexus, and Chloroacidobacterium thermophilum. Bacteriochlorophyll C5 is found only in Chloroflexus. Bacteriochlorophyll D is found in green sulfur bacteria. Bacteriochlorophyll E and F are also found in green sulfur bacteria. Bacteriochlorophyll A, B and G are bacteriochlorines. Their molecules have a bacteriochlorine macrocycle ring with two reduced pyrrole rings 2 and 4. Whereas bacteriochlorophyll C, D and E are chlorines, their molecules have a chlorine macrocycle ring with one reduced pyrrole ring 4. Now accessory photosynthetic pigments found in bacteria. They are secondary light absorbing pigments called carotenoids. They are having different colors, yellow, red and purple. The carotenoids which are red orange in color are called beta carotene. Carotenoids which are yellow in color are called carotenoid lutein. Carotenoids absorb sunlight at wavelengths not absorbed by the chlorophylls. So, they are called supplementary light receptor pigment molecules. Cyanobacteria and red algae have phycobilins such as phycoerythrobilins and phycocyanobacteria. They are open chain tetrapiols with extended pollen systems. Phycobilins are covalently linked to specific binding proteins, forming phycobiliproteins which associate in highly ordered complexes called phycobilisomes. Different pigments absorb visible light at different wavelengths and establish biological effect of sunlight on living organisms. Now about classification of photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria and cyanobacteria means unicellular algae. In the large domain of phytoplankton, many marine microbes such as Prochlorococcus, Synechococcus and Anabaena have chlorophyll A. They use water as electron donor and generate oxygen by photolysis during photosynthesis. They are called oxygenic phototrophs. The purple bacteria, members of family Thiorodaceae, contain chlorophyll A or B. They utilize hydrogen sulfide and or inorganic compounds as their electron donors and they grow in anaerobic condition. Green bacteria, members of family Chlorobacteriaceae. They contain chlorophyll C or D and less amount of chlorophyll A. They use hydrogen sulfide and or organic compounds as their electron donors. They grow in anaerobic condition, so they are called anoxygenic phototrophs. So photosynthetic bacteria are divided into two parts, anoxygenic photosynthetic bacteria and oxygenic photosynthetic bacteria. Anoxygenic photosynthetic bacteria are divided into three parts, purple bacteria, green bacteria and heliobacteria. Purple bacteria is again divided into two parts, purple sulfur bacteria and purple non-sulfur bacteria. Again, in case of green bacteria, also divided into two, green sulfur bacteria and green non-sulfur bacteria. Whereas in case of oxygenic photosynthetic bacteria, it is having one class, that is cyanobacteria. Now let us have a clear understanding about the photosynthesis. So first of all we will see light reaction of photosynthesis which involves photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 sometimes. Photosystem 1 receives energy from an antenna complex and this energy is shuttled to P700 reaction center where excited electron is transferred to a membrane bound electron carrier. These electrons are used to reduce NADP plus to NADPH. The electrons lost from P700 are then replaced from the cytochrome B6F complex and ATP is produced by the process called chemiosmosis from ADP and PI, which is produced by a special type of enzyme called ATP synthase, which is embedded in thylakoid membrane or in cytoplasmic membrane. Protons are accumulated and they move through the thylakoid space or cytoplasmic space in case of bacteria. In chloroplast or in the photosystems, two linked photosystems are there. Photosystem 1 and 2, they carry out non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Here, photosystem 1 will undergo the reaction. It is called reaction center pigment, called by the name P700. It has a peak of absorption at 700 nanometer, whereas photosystem 2 is called reaction center pigment P680. It has a peak absorption of 680 nanometer, and photosystem 2 starts working for the previously before the work starts of photosystem 1. Here, accessory pigments shuttle energy to P680 reaction center. The excited electrons from P680 are transferred to cytochrome Bf complex. Here, electron lost from P680 is replaced by an electron released from splitting of water. The dark reaction and its mechanism. It is called by the name carbon fixation also. Here, carbon dioxide is incorporated into organic molecules. It is also called the first step of Calvin cycle. Here, ribulose biphosphate will bind with carbon dioxide and phosphoglyceraldehyde, and the reaction is catalyzed by a complex type of enzyme called Rubisco, which will produce glucose out of it. Now we'll have a review of photosynthesis at the discussion end. Here we can see very nicely that light reaction and dark reaction are connected. Light reaction will start as soon as there will be fall of photons of sunlight on the reaction center. There will be production of oxygen from photolysis of water. The electrons will get excited and they will be handed over to the various different electron carriers, and there will be formation of ATP and NADPH during the transfer of electron, and this energy will be handed over and used up in Calvin cycle. And again, the remaining portions from Calvin cycle are taken up by the photosystems to make it energized again. The carbohydrate which is produced at the end of Calvin cycle will be having different fate. Either it will go for utilization of in the cellular respiration, or it will be in the production of cellulose or starch utilized, or certain other organic compounds will be formed out of these carbohydrates. So this is about the general understanding of photosynthesis. Now let us have a look on the whole process of photosynthesis. Photosystems are found in the chloroplast and they carry out cyclic as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In case of photosystem 1, it is called by the name P700. It is called reaction center pigment. It has the peak of absorption at 700 nanometer for visible light. In case of photosystem 2, it is called reaction center pigment P680. because it has a peak absorption of visible light at 680 nanometer. In non-cyclic photophosphorylation, photosystem 2 starts acting first. Accessory pigments here shuttle energy to P680 reaction center from the surroundings. Here the excited electrons from P680 are then transferred to cytochrome B6F complex. The electrons which are lost from P680 replaced by an electron released from the splitting of the water. Now about dark reaction of photosynthesis. It is called carbon fixation also. It is considered as the first step of Calvin cycle. Here carbon dioxide is incorporated into organic molecules. The reaction takes place will be like this. Ribulose biphosphate will bind with carbon dioxide and it will carry out the formation of glucose, that is carbohydrate. This reaction is catalyzed by a specific type of enzymes called Rubisco. This is the review of photosynthesis in which we can see that energy compounds are produced from light reaction and then after they are used up in dark reaction. In the light reaction there is production of oxygen from water and there is production of carbohydrates in dark reaction of photosynthesis. The carbohydrates produced at the end of the photosynthesis will be taken up by the cell for different functions. It can be used up in cellular respiration, in the production of cellulose or starch, or some other organic compounds are made from these carbohydrates. I hope that you found this topic very interesting and easy to learn. Bacterial photosynthesis is described in many different ways in so many different videos in internet. You can go through it and try to understand more and more about it. In the next coming session, we will try to understand some other topic of prokaryotic metabolism, and till then, stay happy and God bless you.